Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi friends, my name is Naura and today I am going to tell you guys a story about the legend of the sea. But before we start, let's get to know Mermaid first. Question number 1. What is a mermaid? A mermaid is an aquatic creature with a head and an upper body of a female human and a tail of a fish. Mermaid can appear in many folklore worldwide, such as Europe, Asia, and Africa. Question number 2. Are mermaids friendly? Mermaids are actually really friendly, but they are more interested in love. So that is why most of mermaid stories have love conversation, scenes, and feelings, such as giving gifts or falling in love with the human beings. They can also be calm and peaceful, so sometimes they use their time to sing and play. But remember, they still can be friendly. Question number 3. How can they breathe underwater? Having a fishtail for half of their body, it's widely presumed that they have gills, so they can breathe underwater. And question number 4, which is the last question. Are mermaids real? Well, they aren't real and you cannot see them with your own eyes, but you can see them in your imaginations. And mermaid could also be an interesting creature, a legendary creature that people would love to see. And they can also be a weird creature, but it can also be a creature that you have never seen before. Alright, I think that's the only question we have, so let's move on to the story. Once upon a time, a little mermaid lived underwater with her widowed father Mercury and her 5 older sisters, each of whom had been born 1 year apart. When a mermaid turned 15 years old, she is permitted to swim to the surface of the water and catch a glimpse of the world above. And when they get old enough, they can visit the world above one at a time every 365 days. And when they come back, the little mermaid listens longingly to their various descriptions of the world above. And then, when it was little mermaid's turn, she rises to the surface and saw a birthday celebration being held on a ship in honor of the prince. Suddenly, a storm hits and sinks the ship, and the mermaid saved the prince from drowning. She went to the seashore near a temple, and there she waits until a young woman finds him. To her dismay, the prince never sees the mermaid or even realizes that she was the one who saved his life. But he promised himself that he would find the person who had saved his life and would reward them with special gift. Near a seashore, there is a huge castle, a really huge castle, and there was lots of design, and there was the prince, laying his head and rest to get well. The next day, the prince got well and decided to go to the seashore to look at the ocean. But while he was looking at the ocean, he saw a strange tail, a really strange tail. But it was also shiny, and the size was like a human leg. He didn't want to come closer because he doesn't want anything to happen to him again. So he decided to go back to his castle. But then a sweet voice calling his name. "Prince Ronald," she called. The prince looked the voice, and when he was about to look back, he can't believe of what he saw. He saw a mermaid. He can't believe it. An excitement word was running through his mind, saying, "Is she a real mermaid? How does she know my name? Am I not dreaming? How is she talking?" The mermaid became curious and then called his name again because she was afraid that he did not call him. So she called him again, and then the prince became curious and came closer to the mermaid and said, "Why did you call my name?" The mermaid asked, "Well, I just wanted to visit you, if you feel well already." The prince suddenly asked, "Why are you asking that question? And of course I am fine." The mermaid smiled and explained, "Well, there was a huge storm last night and I think it hit your ship and you were about to drown." And then the mermaid was not finished talking, but the prince stopped her and said, "Wait a second, were you the one who saved my life?" And then the mermaid smiled and said, "You got it." The prince thanked her so much for her kindness by saying, "Thank you so much for saving my life. Would you like a reward?" And then the mermaid said, No, I don't want a reward. I just want you to be happy and safe." And then the prince thanked her so much for her kindness, and there it was, a happily ever after. The end. Thanks to all my friends for listening to my story. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi